Good morning, guys. Rick Shaw here. It's the 11th of December. It's a Friday. Got my walk done this morning. Yesterday, I was going to hook up the umbrella cam. It was really raining hard during my walk. I mean, I got soaked from the waist down. And when I first went out in it, I was going to take a thing around and then hook up the camera, but it was even splashing, and misting all around me, so I thought I wouldn't get the camera out in the wet. And I don't have the back cut open so I can put the underwater housing on it yet. I want to take it apart and make sure I drill that out, because I'll use that on the motorcycle. But I want to say something else too. I bought these batteries on Lazada. They had these batteries here. Not this one. That's the original Sony, and there's this guy right here. And it was a real good deal. It's the battery I need for this thing. I got two of them for $900 or something, plus a charger, and I got a little tiny tripod. They threw some stuff in there with it. So I got it, and I put them on the charger, charged them up, and I used the first one, and I just did a test video on it, and just a short, 2 or 3 minute video. Put it to the phone. Everything worked fine, so I shut it off yesterday in order to make the movie this morning. And I always double and triple check that I make sure I turn it off, because if it sits there in that housing and it's not videoing anything, just sitting on it, it warms up. It gets pretty warm, so I was worried about fires and stuff like that. Batteries will do that, so I double and triple checked to make sure it was off, and it was definitely off. And then I locked there's a little lock thing on the box here, this little box, and you can push hold here, and that way if you slide it in, it won't accidentally come on. So I did all that. Well, I got up this morning to make this video, and it was dead. So I don't know what they sold me. Then I went to go take the next battery, the new one, and I got it in. It took me a minute. I don't know why it was harder to get in. It's the same size. I even took the calipers. It's the identical size, but I got it in. This is the battery I'm using. I hope this one holds up. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see though. But yesterday I didn't get a video done. But we were out. We did our Christmas shopping, and yesterday, and we were going to come back and eat. We had some leftover food here. My wife and I were going to eat. Kids were still at our buddies, and I told her, I said, well, let's go over to In-A-Cell. Well, there was a line at In-A-Cell that was, my goodness, it was very long. So I said, no, well, we walked over, and the Savory over there was open. I said, let's go in there to eat. So I go inside, and I'm still feeling the effects of what happened. Go inside the place, and we order our lunch, and I don't usually eat shrimp. It's very rare. But I got this Cajun shrimp type platter, and I went ahead and ate that. And I was even telling my wife, they didn't overcook it. Most places in the Philippines, they overcook the shrimp until you're chewing on a piece of rubber, a piece of tasteless rubber. Well, I told her, I said, they didn't overcook it. So we were going out, and we walked outside of the restaurant, and we got up to the S&M department store, which is only, 20 yards. And we saw a couple of gifts for the kids. Little ones. They like to draw. They love to draw. And we got Dorothy this little drawing board, this little magnetic one. And, there are no markers, nothing like that, which is cool for the little one, because you get a marker, you can see the walls are all marked up. So we picked them up. Well, she's in there in the line, and oh my, I thought I was going to puke all over the floor. Well, I made it as fast as I could to the can, and I was moving. I was moving because it was coming up in my throat, and I puked the entire shrimp lunch out. I just made it in the toilet, and wasn't good. But then I felt better. So we went out to the car. We loaded up the stuff, and actually the box. Another thing that happened that wasn't good was at the store there in Walter Mart, the grocery store. The dude packed it. Normally they wrap this thing up and tie it up so tight. Well, this box was so heavy. It was even for me, it was hard to pick up. And the dude that put it in the cart, I couldn't believe this box had to weigh as much as him, because we had so much canned goods. We had spaghetti, so we had all heavy stuff. And instead of putting it in a couple boxes, he puts it in one big one and then didn't even tie it up. I got the thing in the car. When we took it out of the car last night, the whole thing just came apart and everything hit the ground. It's just a stinking mess. So I'll make sure if I go back there and he's wrapping boxes, I'm gonna say send me somebody else. That was just ridiculous. But we get over to my buddy's house, and I wasn't feeling queasy or too bad. My body took care of itself and expelled the bad stuff. But we went and got dinner there, and I'm eating the dinner, and I got sick again. And everything came up, and this time it didn't come up in one go. It came up over a period of about a half an hour, little bits at a time. And I'm not kidding you, when we left out of there, I was so sick last night. I was just wrung out. I was wrung out, and I thought, I gotta pump water. Well, I couldn't do water. Anytime I drank a little bit of water, I was puking it right back up. So the only thing that worked for me was hot water. My wife said, I'm going to make you some boiling water. And I was able to drink that and keep it down. So I had to pound water because you didn't want to dehydrate. But that savory, they food poisoned me. So if you go over there, anybody that's in Carmona and you're at the Walter Mart, be careful of going over there. It wasn't that crowded. It did take them a long time to cook it, and I don't get in a big rush on that because I thought, well, good, they're cooking it real good. But they didn't. Something was bad wrong with that shrimp that made me sick like that. So just be wary when you go over there. I had said once before when I ate there, I got sick, and I said, I'm never going to eat there again. Never say never, right? But that's what happened. We went back again. This is the second time I got sick from eating there, and the last time I got the squid. I got squid last time, and it was another one of the squid Cajun type things. So I don't know what they're doing in their kitchen. I don't think they're proper. Maybe they're not properly storing things. Could have been the sauce. I don't know. All I know is my body just said reject. So it wasn't good. But I got my walk in this morning. So it's a little cool this morning. I actually had my hat up when I was walking. I was going to take the camera, but so many of the neighbors' lights are out. Normally the neighbors got lights and stuff on, but there's no lights or anything on this morning. That's why I turned the garage lights on. But that's pretty much what's going on today. The kids were home last night. They were being real sweet. They missed us because it was actually 2 days. They were over there 2 days. The first night we got back pretty late from visiting with Tropical Tim, and then it was by the time we got back on the bus, because I won't drive in Manila. It was 9:30 when we got home. So my wife was texting them, and the kids go to bed early. Normally they're in bed after dark, 6:37. Now they kept them up till about 8, but the kids, they just drop off. They just all by themselves just go lay down because they're trashed. And she said they're already in their jammies and sleeping. So we just said, okay, we'll just go home and get them tomorrow. And we had some shopping we wanted to do. I did the big food package shopping and all that kind of stuff. So, and plus we want to get a couple more things for the kids. So it was 2 nights they were gone, and boy, I'll tell you what, they always want to stay there, but this time, no, they were ready to come home. They were hugging the heck out of me when I got there yesterday, and that was kind of nice. And Mumu said he wanted to stay, but I said, okay, bye, and nope, he came running over, no, wait for me. So it was really cute. He's my little precious guy. They're all three so dang precious, isn't it funny? And they're sleeping. Last night, we got home. It wasn't too much after dark. We left. It was still light, and by the time we got home, it was starting to get pretty dark. And I just was not well. This stomach thing. So, like I say, just watch out for that savory in Carmona. That's 2 times now. Two times they made me sick. So I don't know. But we're waiting for our waterman to come today. I got to fill up all my water. One thing that people don't get. And I know this is a small amount. It's a very small amount of money, but if I fill up those blue containers, which are I think I don't know, 5 gallon. They're about a 5-gallon container. Cost me 25 pesos. Well, two of these things will fill up one of those containers up to the brim, and they're only 10 pesos each. So I save 5 pesos. I know people say, "Why are you so cheap?" No, I'm not too cheap. I'm not cheap at all. I'm just not going to overspend. The other thing that happened too, also I noticed, we've been buying propane for our cook stove. We always had a 2-burner cook stove since we've been together. No oven. We have never had an oven yet. I have a brand new one sitting in there for the new house. But we bought this new little stove. It's a very nice stove. It's got like a turbo burner for the water, and the fire doesn't come out all over the side, so it does a nice job. But we've always gone. I mark it on the calendar when we buy a propane. And when I mark it, I actually started marking 6 weeks ahead and putting a notification on my phone that we're going to be due for propane. And it's always been, most months it's dead on 6 weeks to the day that we needed propane. Or it's a day longer or a day less. Depends on if we go out somewhere and we're gone for a day or two. One year we were gone, and it went into a couple months because we were gone. But I mark everything on the calendar. I buy these big calendars and I write on them, and then I roll them up and save them. I write the date on the outside and I save them. So if I ever want to go back and look at something, I can go back and look at it. Plus I put it on my phone. Events I'll put on the phone, and I'll put reminders like the next year. So we did that. But here's what's happened with this new stove. It's a gas hog. 1 month. 1 month, and this time when it ran out, it went a day short of a month. It was 1 day short. And we've been through. This is the 3rd tank on it, so it's going through the propane really quick. I actually bought another propane tank because when it goes out, it's always in the morning when we're cooking breakfast, and the dudes that deliver it, yeah, they'll get there. The guy is not here yet, and sometimes if I run out to get it in the morning, that's just a big hassle. So I just bought another bottle, and we leave it sitting under the stove now. And when it runs out, I just flip it, and then no hurry on getting the next bottle. But we're always careful about shutting it off and making sure they're not leaking and anything like that. So it's nothing like that. Plus the new place we're using, it's all new bottles. I got tired of going to the place that had the old bottles. I don't care if this guy's more money. You can shut them off easy and turn them on easy. Some of these old ones, I got to go get a tool out to open them. And if you don't close them, they're leaking around the packing nut. I mean, you adjust that. They never change the packing on them. They just sell it to you. We actually had one bottle that it leaked from the time we got it. I'm like, look, dude, it's leaking. Take this back. Oh, no, sir. No. I took the lighter, held it on, started right up and stayed burning, and you couldn't do nothing with the packing nut. So he wound up taking it back and sending me another one. But, I just got tired of buying gas from the old one. This new company that's dealing, it's all brand new tanks, and I'm going to make sure they get their tank back, so they bring me another brand new one, and they're real nice. They're easy to open and everything. So you got to watch the propane. I'm to the point now when I get the propane, I'm going to make sure I see a new tank. No more old ones. When we get to the new house, I had them put a hole in under the sink so I can run it. I might core a hole out to the back and go buy a big tank. I might get, like a 100-pound tank or something like that, because I know once we use the oven, we're going to use more propane. And plus, we're also talking about putting the 2 little air conditioner units in. I like the idea of that split one where they hang the thing outside, and then you got the little hole in the wall, and then it blows it there. And I always like the idea of having them high so it blows down, because cold air is heavy. I thought, boy, that's going to be a huge expense. They're a lot more expensive to buy, and if something goes wrong, the guy's got to climb up on the ladder and fix it. So I just said, window units. So I had them cut holes in the block, not in any of my beautiful windows that we got in. I got in the 2 upstairs. I'm going to put the 1-horsepower jobs in, keep it on low. I'm sure that'll cool the bedroom, and if I want to cool the whole house, I think I could turn the two 1-horsepowers on, leave the upstairs bedroom doors open, and that'll flow down. That'll flow down. We got a nice window in the bathroom, in our master bathroom. That was another thing I did, the way the house was built. When you came to the top of the stairs, the bathroom door was in the hallway, and then you went right to the little bedroom and left to the master bedroom, and there's a balcony out there. Well, I wanted the door in the bedroom, because that bathroom that's upstairs, that's ours. It's off limits to anyone else. That's for my wife and me. Nobody else gets to use it. Kids want to use the can. Yeah, if they got a wee-wee in the middle of the night, yeah, sure, go in there. But you're doing all your business. You're brushing your teeth. You're doing all your stuff. That's downstairs. That's your bathroom downstairs. And I'm going to have a deal during the daytime. Upstairs is off limits. When I was a kid growing up, there was rules when I was a little kid. You go outside to play, you stay outside to play. You want to run in and out the door, you're staying in. During the daytime, no, you're not going up to the bedroom. That bedroom's for sleeping. You don't go up there, and I'm following the same rules. It's funny. It's funny. Plus the stairs here also. I don't like the way the stairs are in this country. I just don't. I would rather see a landing. And they couldn't change that, the way the house is made. But they do these angle things when you go to make the turn. The stairs go up, and then the steps are angled. So I don't like that at all. But that's just what they do, and they wouldn't change it. I would rather your steps go up, stop square, you go to a landing, and then the next start square. But that's not how they do it here. These stairs here, I'm not kidding you, they're bad. And now that we get rains, it's leaking on that thing, and these tiles, when they get wet, it's like black ice. It's just ridiculous what they put in these houses. I had tiles in California. This is what I had. I had beautiful big tiles on there. It didn't matter if it got wet. They weren't slippery. They just weren't. I don't know what it is about the Philippines that they have the slipperiest tile in the universe, but that's what you get here. And now, we did specify tile over at the new house, like what's in the bathroom, and it's not. Now my steps, it's a wood grain thing, and they tell me it's not slippery, and I'm going to hold them to it. I'm going to hold these guys to that, because if it's slippery, I'm going to say, hey, pull it out. I want it on paper. They haven't done that to me yet. I want them to write it down on at least a text or something saying non-slippery tile, but I'm not having that. I'm getting older. I don't want to fall and bust a hip, so don't want to make this too long. So I'm going to let you folks go, and this is Rick Shaw